How to make more money? That's a question that I always get. Every time I open up my inbox, that is a question I get from somebody. How can I make more money? I'm doing this and this and this. What can I do to make more money? Honestly, that was a question I used to ask. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, I was asking people, what do you do? How can I make more money? What can you teach me? And there's something that I want to teach you today that is going to show you how to make more money, but also it's going to put you on the right path. And honestly, it's all in the mind. I'm going to explain that to you in just a second. So like I said, it's a mindset thing. If you want to make more money, you need to change the way you think. What most people don't understand is that they're doing far too much, but it's creating very little results. So let me explain. In order to make more money, you don't necessarily have to do more. Okay, most people think you do. Most people are on the mindset of, I need to work hourly. I'm paid hourly. The more hours I put in, the more money I make. That's backwards thinking. You need to be effective. You need to be efficient. The more efficient you are, the more money you can make. So in order to make more money, you need to do more, but you need to be better. What happens with most people is instead of making more money, they create more tasks, more jobs, and just put more stress on themselves. And in the end, they don't create more income. They don't create a better life. They only created additional stress. That is it. They bring so much on, they have so much on their plate that they're not getting anywhere. They're actually going backwards. Whether they know it or not, they're going backwards. They're spending more time doing the exact same stuff they're doing before, making the exact same money, which technically they're getting paid less hourly. What I recommend to you is stop reading all those books that's telling you you have to do this, you have to do that. You know, there's great books out there. Grant Cardone has a great book. 10X. Gary Vaynerchuk. Great books. Tony Robbins. Russell Brunson has a good one that just came out. There's so many books out. I'm not naming them all. Anyway, stop reading all those books and doing everything that's inside those books. The reason why I'm telling you this because I read those books, okay, and I do a lot of those things that they're saying, but I don't do them all at the same time. The difference between me and you is probably that when you see somebody that has the success that you want, you are taking every word that they tell you and you are trying to do everything that they say. The difference between me is I pick and choose what I want to do at that present time and I do it, and the rest I put off and I'll work on later. The reason why I do that is because when you bring on too much too soon, you will become stressed out, and that is a big issue. So many people are so stressed out, they can't make any more money. They're losing money. So if you want to make more money, you need to eliminate the stress in your life. You need to simplify every single process. And then I would send all that off to somebody else, and they would do the work. They do all the writing, they do all the uploading, all the editing. They put the site pretty much into motion. I just come in the end and approve it all. That was a process. So after I did that the very first time, that's what I continue to do. Website after website after website. After hundreds and hundreds of websites, I perfected that process so it's something I never have to even be around to do. I can continue to make money. I can continue to make additional websites. And you know how I learned all that? By reading books. But I didn't read 20 books and take all the information that those 20 books were giving me and try to pack it into my life. That is what you are doing that is hurting you. You're learning too much too soon. You're not putting what you learn into action. And that's why you're not making more money. If you really want to make more money, if you truly want to make more money, you can. You have to change your mindset. You cannot start from zero and make $10,000 tomorrow. Chances are it's not going to happen. You will lose every single time. Build up your income. Start small. Start with the things you know. Start with something that you have a passion for. Whatever it is, I don't know what it is. Only you can answer that question. So start there. If you want to make more money, you can, but you have to change your mindset and you need to do it today. Hopefully this video helps you out. Hopefully it kind of opens up your mind, makes you think about things a little bit, makes you think about your life, the changes you want to make. So if this video helped you out, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you guys on the next video.